Petlyn Job for over 20 years, 22 years.
Diana Torres talking to Pix 11 News across the street from her former partner's home Friday night after hearing terrible news.
We worked together. We were friends outside the job. We were friends like family. She was awesome. This is heartbreaking. Heartbreaking for her kids, her father. This is sad. This breaks my heart.
Police say the retired officer and mother of three and her boyfriend were found dead inside her home Friday afternoon, both with gunshot wounds to the head. There are conflicting, unconfirmed reports about who shot who first.
Yeah, they've been together for quite, they've been hanging out together for quite a long time.
Ernst Delone says his younger brother, Alex Delone, had a home in the Mill Basin section of Brooklyn, had two children of his own, and dated Miss Job for more than 12 years. One of Delone's other brothers says he does not know how he will break this tragic news to the rest of the family in their native Haiti.
I can't even tell my mom what's going on because she's
Your mother doesn't know?
She's 9 years old. Okay? Even my sisters, I don't even could tell them to let them know. I can't. I already told that, my brothers.
Do what I do, cause I don't give a fuck. One or two people side with it, and them the one or two people that's rolling with me. I'm not looking at the majority. I told y'all from day one, the majority's not gonna side with you. I'm only gonna get subscribers here and there, and that's cool. I'd rather have 50 killers than 1,000 soldiers. Yeah, so they always gonna be mad. Fuck 'em. Fuck 'em.
That's just how it is. You have to check this out. Because we're warning guys about the bad woman, which now has pretty much leveraged most of the world. So the type of woman that is good is pretty much slim. We're not teaching hate. We're teaching.
Salute. Welcome to class, guys. This is the last period, final period on a Sunday, guys. This is an emergency live, actually. I was chopping it up with the fellas, some of the Righteous Fair members, and I got this story across my desk. And damn, yo, I had just rolled past this neighborhood in Brooklyn. This is getting crazy, guys. You know how we do over here at the Righteous Fair. Hit that like button. Keep in mind that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we do not complicate it. All right, guys, this is a whodunit right here. I'm not going to speculate anything. I'm not going to make any assumptions, guys. 2 people are dead. 2 black people are dead. You know what I mean? They want to know who killed who. Y'all already know. Y'all already know where I'm leaning, but that wouldn't be fair. Let's listen to the facts. Let's hear the story. So we can make our own assumptions, guys. But again, this mental illness shit is getting real retarded. If you follow me for a long time, then you guys know what real mental illness is. You know why mental illness is at an all-time high. And that's because people doing what they want to do. People not doing what our most high, what our creator asked them to do. You know what I mean? That's man and woman. See, we're not gonna play this tonight. You know what I mean? We're gonna really deliver the facts. You know what I mean? No gray area, guys. No gray area. All right? Ladies, no gray area, ladies. I know many of you ladies come through these doors looking for panda, looking for dopamine hits. I can't do it. I don't do it to my guys. Ask my guys. We go through straight beat downs, yo, over here, because that's the only thing that's gonna make us better. All this capping and crab leg and fronting and protecting one gender, favoring one gender to save face, that shit ain't gonna help us. All right? Especially not in the black community. Oh no, especially not us. Shit. We need total teamwork. Anything else is gonna keep us in poverty. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Anything else gonna keep us in poverty, guys. So let's get into this story, guys, because mental health it's critical, guys. When you trying to do what you want to do and not what God got for you, and you not putting God first, and you putting everything else other than God before you first, for one, ladies, you're not living your best life. Y'all see the title, man. Are modern black women living their best life? Because we got so many strong and independent women, and that's not a knock. I'm not dissing y'all. Be strong, be independent, be free. Know what I mean, do what you want to do as long as you not hurting yourself and others around you. But that's the part right there. That's the part that y'all can't seem to figure out. Because doing what you want to do requires fucking yourself up and other people. You see how that works? So you gets nothing for doing what you want to do, guys. Gets nothing. You know what I mean? Now, this is a mother of 3 children, guys. Oldest, 12 years old. The oldest is 12 years old, guys. Retired. She retired in 2021. You know what I mean? And we talk about modern men and men in general, especially hell of a sons, not being able to handle rejection, guys. I mean, if this lady is the killer and it's looking like she's the killer, then that tells you how female nature handles rejection, guys. Female nature does not handle rejection. This is why they refuse to compete with other women. Then they'd rather compete with us, guys. Another thing, ladies, women are not as happy as they pretend. Stop the cap and crab leg, ladies. You know, all that pretending and all that faking, God see that. And that counts as lying lips. And remember, lying lips are an abomination. There is no victories in lying lips. Why do you lie to yourself so much, ladies? This lady, before she did what she did, if she did what she did, she was just 2 weeks ago posting pictures on social media talking about I'm living my best life. You know how you ladies do. You ladies be on social media capping and crab legging and wasting time. That's all you doing. You wasting time. All that fronting and stunting you're doing is wasting precious time that you can be using to really elevate and really get further in life. But you rather play the status game, the social media status game, where all y'all broke, all y'all struggling, all y'all depressed, because ain't none of y'all putting God first. So it's like y'all stunting and crapping and crab legging for each other, and all y'all losing. All y'all losing. When you log off, you all got to give the monopoly money back, and you go back to your broke ass reality, stunting and button. Stunting and button. Come on, ladies. You wouldn't be suffering from all this mental illness if you put God first. All right, that's all I'm gonna say on that. And fellas, that go for you too. Fellas, you want these women to submit to you. These women need God. So if you far removed from God himself, if you don't put God first, these bitches ain't never gonna put you first, sir. You's a dummy. You play the game, you continue to play the game and waste your time. You know what I mean? I'm telling you. Yeah. Play the game and waste your time. Let's get on into this story, man. I'm gonna read an article and I'm also play a video, news video. Matter of fact, let's do the news video right now and see what the news is saying. Cause you know how the mainstream going word it. Let's see if they feel like keeping it real tonight. Or they gonna leave it vague?
Cops in Brooklyn are trying to figure out why a retired NYPD officer and her boyfriend are dead in an apparent murder-suicide.
Tonight, distraught and confused family members, as well as that officer's longtime NYPD partner, speaking to Eyewitness News reporter Josh Heininger.
On this bone-chilling night, they sobbed on the frozen street, clung together in disbelief after the tragedy that's enveloped 2 families.
I can't even tell my mom what's going on because she's 9 years old. She's 9 years old. Okay? Even my sisters, I don't even tell them to let them know. I can't. I would have told that my brothers.
Just before 2 p.m., police arrived at the East Flatbush home of one of their own, recently retired NYPD officer Petlyn Job. They found her and her boyfriend Alex Delone in what family and friends of both describe as an apparent murder-suicide. Police haven't said who they believe shot whom.
I know for sure my brother will never use a gun or whatever. He never been like, he's not the type of person.
If I had to explain the situation, the person that I knew Petlyn to be, I would see her.
Of course.
Right, Diana?
Of course you're going to say that. That's your buddy. You know what I mean? Of course you're going to say that. And of course, the family dude, he's going to say he's going to vouch for his brother. So now it's going to come down to ballistics, and it's going to come down to with the placement of the weapons, and let's see what they say.
Partner at the 8-4 precinct in downtown Brooklyn tried to understand what could have happened. Torres says Job and Delone did have relationship issues, but never involving violence. And on the job, she says her partner was an exemplary cop, a role model, who lived a life of service.
She was an extraordinary police officer. She was strong. She wasn't afraid to do her job. She helped everyone. If she knew there was a homeless or a hungry person in the street, she would stop the police RP, like, oh, do you want something to eat? Do you need something? Are you cold? Like, we were always looking out for people in the street. She was so, it just breaks my heart because I worked with her so many years.
We may never understand the senselessness of this tragedy, but a tragedy it is for both families, for the entire 8-4 precinct. And when it comes to former Officer Job, she had 3 kids, 2 in their 20s, 1 just 10 years old.
And that's sad. That's sad, guys. And I'm not a detective, nor am I, you know what I mean, a doctor, but I'm not a dummy, guys. I'm not a dummy. This is a crime of passion, guys. I mean, this is a crime of passion, guys. They might not want to tell you what happened, but I can speculate on what happened, guys. You know what I mean? Strong, independent woman with a foreigner boyfriend. Because remember, he not from over here. He not from over here. So he don't know. He's dumb to the wicked ways of this world. But now she not. She's an ex-officer. 9 times out of 10, her gun. Now anything could have happened, guys. She could have came in, seen him talking or cheating on the phone with somebody else. She could have got mad, offed him, then offed herself, because crimes of passion will do that. We know women are very emotional. We sat there and went over that nurse that said that tried to kill her husband, and then after she shot him, then she tried to blame it on talking about he touched somebody at the nursery. You know what I mean? And they pushed that story under the rug. Here we go again in our gynocratic society, which paints the woman out to be the angelic creature and man to be the beast. And in actuality, in real time, we are getting these stories across our desks that show us other. Now let me read this article, guys. Let me get into this article. Let me read this article. Tell you, this was one of our sisters right here that she was living her best life, guys. She said she was living her best life. So when you living your best life, how do you go from living your best life to this? You know what I mean? Like I tell you, they play Let's Pretend all day. They all day they go around here lying to themselves and other people. A lot of y'all got that problem, playing Let's Pretend. That's where the mental illness come in at. The Let's Pretend. You know what I mean? It's repercussion for all them lies you tell throughout the day to yourself, to other people. Yeah. Let's get into this article real quick. All right. Retired NYPD cop Petlyn Jobs, killed in apparent murder, was living her best life. The former NYPD officer found dead in an apartment, MS, double deletion, appeared to have been living her best life in retirement. Petlyn Job, 49, shot her boyfriend, Alex Delone. All right, they're going to tell it like how they're going to tell it like it is. Shot her boyfriend, Alex Delone, 52, before killing herself in Flatbush home Friday. Sources told the Post the single mother of 3 had a gunshot wound under the jaw while Delone was shot in the head, police said. All right, guys, there go your answer. Let's get her. Nah. But yeah, there go your answer, guys. Those of you that want to assume that, why he always coming at the women? Why he always... that's why, guys. So now it's clear. We know who shot who, and that's messed up. That's all the way messed up, yo. Like I said, crimes of passion. Crimes of passion. And the women on social media, they celebrate this shit. It's a little post going around where you see the guy slumped with the shot to his head, and you see the girl slumped with the shot to her head, and then you see the shooter, which is a woman, just there. And the girls love sharing that joint. I mean, you know how they live vicariously through one another. They all punk as shit. But you get one Keisha every now and then that will bust her gun. And all the punk shit warriors, they live vicariously through that woman. But they ain't living their best life, guys. Don't let them fool you. They out here playing Let's Pretend. They ain't as happy as they pretend, guys. Incredible. Before killing herself in Flatbush home Friday, sources told the Post. The single mother of 3 had a gunshot wound under the jaw while Delone was shot in the head, police said. You get that, guys? Don't complicate the common sense. You can see how the man did not kill her if his shot was to the head and her shot was to the jaw. You get that? You see how that worked? You know what happened there, right? You know what I mean? She head tapped him and then put it under the chin for her. That's how that worked. I don't care how you feel. Remove how you feel. Those are the facts. I know it's unfortunate that day after day, one of your sisters from the sisterhood is just getting caught up and getting dragged on the Mr.Goodbread channel. I know it's unfortunate, but we removed the gray area over here. Job was retired from NYPD in September 2021, posted numerous photos on social media of her travels and time spent with her family. Her youngest child, a daughter, is just 12 years old. Damn, that's her youngest. So she's leaving. So she got older ones that's alive, and she's leaving behind a 12-year-old lady. Now that's sad. Like, why would you do that? Like, see, and we tell y'all this all the time. These motherfuckers don't love their kids. These motherfuckers do not love their kids, yo. You know what I mean? Yo, son, we sacrifice everything. We sacrifice our whole bag for our family, yo. These bitches will sacrifice the whole family for their feelings. For their feelings. Now you left a 12-year-old to fend for herself. Incredible, but they love their kids. In August, she posted a photo of herself in uniform at the 2018 concert in Allison Hinds. With singer Allison Hinds. Okay. These were the good old days, she posted. I sure miss these opportunities and running into celebrities every now and then when I was working, but I'm sure enjoying my retirement and living my best life a lot better, Jobs wrote. Later that month, she shared snaps of an Alicia Keys concert and then a trip to Morocco to celebrate her 49th birthday. See, that's dope. But it's never enough for these modern women. Now, the average modern woman would have really been living her best life. Should have been living her best life so much that nothing would have been able to bring her to this shit. But how good, how happy are you trying to be? You see, it's this utopia that they're trying to fill. I don't know how happy these modern women think they're gonna be doing it, doing things the way they want to do it, and not what God asks. You know what I mean? That's what it all boils down to. That's where the mental health creep in at. And y'all stick around. I'm gonna go over that, guys. I'm not just gonna beat her up. I'm gonna give y'all some solutions, because a lot of y'all sitting around here playing dumb, wondering why you ain't getting shit. I'm gonna put you on to why you ain't getting shit. All right, guys? I'm gonna put you on to how to put God first and stop the bullshit. Cut the nonsense out. Stop putting everything else first before you put him. I'm gonna teach you that tonight. Yeah. All right, guys? Later that month, she shared snaps of an Alicia Keys concert and then a trip to Morocco to celebrate her 49th birthday. August is my birthday month, and I'm just having the time of my life. You see how they try to trick themselves into believing they having such a wonderful time. They're just, so you need a man, sis. The single part of that is you needed a man, sis. Then you probably got with your man and you just killed them. Because you can't control the situation. You can't have things the way you want it all the way around the clock. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention. These relationship caps, they don't need you. They need their experience. They don't need you. They just need the experience. And when it don't go their way, they will delete you, son. August is my birthday month, and I'm just having the time of my life, she wrote in one post. She also shared a photo of her dining with Delone in April, saying, "Out to dinner with my love." You see how they create, they end up picking simps that they really not attracted to, that they really don't like that. But they get to live out their experience and roll it out in front of the girls and shit. And, oh, you got you a man, girl. You got you a man. And in the back of their mind, they satisfied, but they not happy. They not fulfilled. So they go on capping and lying to themselves. Continue lying and capping and lying and capping and lying and capping. And this is how it go down, guys. I'm not making this up. The lone nephew, Jasu Delone, 19, said the family was shattered by the tragedy, and his uncle, who has a 21-year-old daughter. He has a daughter. Damn, she ain't got no dad no more. Thanks to this Missy right here. That's fucked up. She shattered families. Not only her family, his family. Hey, it's just emotions, bro. Emotions. You have to be more in control of them emotions, ladies. You will never win. You're never gonna compete with a man. I know government saying anxiety pushed y'all up to compete with a man, and that's another reason why y'all build up all this mental illness, because you can't compete with no man and win, sis. You supposed to be competing with the women, sis. Come on now. Y'all take the bait all the time. Jasu Delone, 19, said the family was shattered by the tragedy, and his uncle, who has a 21-year-old daughter, with a gentleman, was a gentleman. If he had a problem or trouble anytime, he'd come through with a solution. He'd have a way to resolve it peacefully, Jasu said. I know for a fact that my uncle would never do something like that. And he was right. He wouldn't have started anything. I never heard him raise his voice at anybody. What a wicked sister right there. Manipulative, wicked, evil spirit, guys. And they all run around here acting like they innocent, like they Virgin Marys. And they sit with so much anger and depression and hatred and jealousy for something that they saw on social media. and they sit with all those emotions, those hateful ass emotions, and then they lash out on a man. He said he didn't know about any problems in the relationship between Delone, who was originally from Haiti and had a business selling used cars, and Job. He was a beautiful human soul, said Delone's father. The death was discovered after a friend of Job's, who was supposed to meet her but could not get in touch with her. The phone kept ringing out. She went over there and discovered the bodies. She saw the bodies in the bedroom, said Junior Giddings, the uncle of Job's youngest daughter. Job's daughter was just numb right now, he added. Job's father, Oliver Jobs, was too distraught to speak. My cousin was a wonderful person. I dedicate I I I dedicate police officers, a dedicated police officer, Allison McCain said. She lived and loved life. She was full of life. Everything about her was about love and life. Damn. Guys, y'all, if you are struggling with suicidal thoughts or experiencing a mental health crisis and live in New York City, you can call 1-888 New York City Well for free and confidential crisis counseling. If you live outside the 5 boroughs, you can dial 24/7 National S-word prevention hotline at 988 or go to swordpreventionlifeline.org. All right, guys, man. Jesus, man. Wow. Incredible, yo. So she was living the best life. Wasn't that great of a life because she ended up offering a boyfriend, the only person that probably gave a damn about her. But when things don't go their way, this is what they resort to. Nobody taught them how to conflict resolve anything. As we can see with the 5 black officers, they didn't learn conflict resolution either. You know what I mean? So that's the problem that we have in the black community. We so emotional that anything could just spark us and we lose our mind. We lose control. Oh, there go that word again. Emotional control, emotional intelligence. Hi, guys. Let's get on in there. I want to wrap this thing on up real quick. I want to give y'all some solutions to the problem. I told y'all when I started this live, mental health is because y'all fuckers is out here doing shit, building shit that y'all want to build, doing it y'all way. When God left an instructional manual for us, he left a basic instructions before leaving this earth for us. But y'all niggas done let yourself get manipulated and get all distraught and get all, you know what I mean, brainwashed to not liking this book. Bruh, if you can't read it, subscribe. I'll read it for you, bruh. But you need to get to it. It's some things in there that'll make some sense. It's some things in there that you need to go over and it'll all make sense to you because you're playing stupid right now. You playing they game with no weapon, no shield, no protection, sir. Sir, I know you feel you do everything by yourself. I know you feel you this great warrior. Some of y'all niggas think y'all Tupac. You know what I mean? Invincible. But I'm telling you, if you don't put God first, nothing gonna come your way. Nothing gonna fall in your lap. I don't give a fuck how much Kevin Samuels you watch. I don't give a fuck how much AMS you watch. If you do not put God first, you get nothing, sir. All right? Now I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna break it down now. Let's break it down. All right. Those of you don't get offended by my Bible, yo. I put my Bible look like this because it makes more young men want to read it. All right. So don't go get triggered and why his Bible look like that? Oh, I'm not a Christian either. So I don't gotta follow y'all guidelines of fake perfect. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I'm not none of that. I just read the Bible and apply it to my life. All right. Y'all good? Y'all okay? All right, great. Let's get it.
Okay. This might be repetitive, okay? But listen, all your life, you heard dumb shit from your mother, your aunties, your uncles, etc. Close your mouth and open your ears. That's all I ask.
Okay, so I don't know about you, but I've been in that place where it seems like the more and more I try to make things work in my life, it just doesn't seem like things are working. And it feels like the blessings from God are just kind of held up or being blocked, or I just can't seem to break through. And it seems like I'm just stuck and stagnant in my life. My friend, if you've ever experienced that, I want to encourage you to join me today in the book of Haggai.
Yep, that's my favorite book, guys. All right, we're gonna do some self-reflecting today. No more blaming the white man. All right, we're not gonna blame the white man because Jesus Christ ain't blessing you, because God ain't blessing you, because Allah, Muhammad ain't blessing you. Whatever your God is, because he ain't blessing you, we not gonna blame the white man. All right, because guess what? 9 times out of 10, if the white man ain't putting him first, he ain't blessing that nigga either. Dummy.
Yes, the book of Haggai. It's a very, very short book. It's only about 2 chapters. It's a book that many Christians do not read, but it is a powerful book, and God has a powerful message that he wants to communicate to us. Let's jump in. Beginning in verse 1, it says, on August 29th of the 2nd year of King Darius's reign, the Lord gave a message through the prophet Haggai to Zerubbabel, son of Shealtiel, the governor of Judah, and to Jeshua, son of Jehozadak, the high priest. Now, understanding the background to the book of Haggai is the most important key to understanding this book. So essentially, what happened was that God allowed his chosen people, the Israelites, to take up residence in the promised land. And they were there for hundreds and hundreds of years, but during that time, they were guilty of sinning against.
All right, so again, you know, the Israelites, they love running, they love capping and crab legging, talking about how they God favorite people and how they God's people. Yeah, you are, but you always been fuck ups. So let's stop the cat. Stop the cat. Stop the cat. Right? You ain't better than nobody else, bro. You always been fuck ups, bro. And if you ain't putting them first, and if you ain't building for them, then stop the cat. Stop the cat.
God, whether that may be through idolatry or sexual immorality or oppressing of the poor or just simply not carrying out justice in various different ways in their society. But because God was gracious, he did not just simply punish them right away. Instead, he sent prophets to them to warn them to make changes to their behavior.
And see, we got a good God. They disrespect them and all, but God, that's where you messed up, God. Dear God, that's where you messed up. You should have made them feel it right then and there, see? Because this is where you got us complacent now, God. We think it's always oh, it's all right, it's okay. We can make mistakes. Nobody perfect. You know, we got us so soft now because we know you're going to save our little ass. You know what I mean? So we get on, we talk real powerful because we know you're going to save us, but we don't worship you. We don't care about you. We don't think about you. When we chasing that coochie, we chasing them frozen fish patties. We don't think about you.
Well, they ignored prophets such as Jeremiah and Isaiah and Hosea and Amos and Micah and Obadiah and all these different people. And so they assumed that they had more time and that God wasn't serious and they could get away with more.
You see it. They do this to me. You know what I mean? They sleep on me, man. They sleep on me right now. I'm a prophet. I'm one of the prophets that he's just talking about. Mr. Palmer, you know what I mean? Anthony Spade. You know what I mean? Those are the prophets that we be minding. I've been just talking, telling you some shit, telling you what it is. And whether you take it or not, that's on you. But most of y'all ignore it because it don't feel good. It ain't what you used to. It ain't what your mama taught you. That's it. That's it. It ain't what you learned from the white man in private. Because that's why y'all don't like black people to teach you nothing. You think I don't know. Y'all don't let black folks teach you anything because you want to come back and stun on black folks. You know what I mean? So that you rather have a white person teach you it in private so you get around the black folks and act like you some special nigga. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And more. And so eventually God punished them by allowing a foreign nation called Babylon to come in and carry them captive and take them back to a place called Babylonia. Now they were there for only 70 years. And so after 70 years, God graciously allows his chosen people to return to their homeland and rebuild it. Now, with that background, here is the message that Haggai has to this group of people, this remnant of people that came back to restore and rebuild their homeland. Let's pick it back up in verse 2. It says here, this is what the Lord of heaven's armies says. The people are saying, the time has not yet come to rebuild the house of the Lord. So you must understand a little bit of background here. During this time, Solomon's temple that he had built hundreds of years before had been destroyed by the Babylonians. And so for the 70 years while they were away in captivity, God's temple had remained in ruins. And of course, God's temple was the place where God's people were to worship. And so now whenever they return to their homeland, God is saying, hey, I want you to rebuild my temple so that you worshiping me will be the premier and preeminent priority in your life. Well,
Bingo. And guys, what's the big attack on? What's the biggest temple attack that we know today? The family, right? You see how they attack the family. The family is the temple. God wants us to be a family. God know that with a family, man and woman, the way he drew it up, unstoppable. Black man, black woman, white man, white woman, unstoppable. Man and woman working together, the yin and the yang working together, unstoppable, bro. But you guys Lucifer running around here telling y'all niggas, no, you got a choice. Feminism, you got options. You know what I mean? Feminism is Lucifer's favorite toy, bro. That's how he got y'all confused. That's how he got y'all all mental illness out. Because when you give a kid options, they play with nothing. They eat their fingers. You get what I'm saying?
The problem is that since they had returned to the homeland, it had been 16 years that had passed, and they had simply built the foundation for the temple, but they had not yet built God's temple, and God had something specific to say about it. Let's keep reading. It says here, then the Lord sent this message through the prophet of Haggai. Why are you living in luxurious houses while my house lies in ruins? Now, this is when the message and the prophecy of Haggai starts to hit home for us, and it starts to be very convicting. Essentially, God is saying this: something is wrong with this picture. Something is wrong with this equation. You are living in nice, luxurious paneled homes. You have media rooms. You have game rooms. You have all sorts of clothes.
You see how the people live today? These people got everything. They worship everything but him. Remember I told you that. They worship everything but him. They got to have everything but him. They got to have that TV before that knowledge. They got to have that sport before that knowledge. They got to have everything first before him. They never think about him, though. And he see this. He see this, guys.
You have all sorts of toys for your kids. You have 2 and 3 cars. You have all these different things. You have furniture, expensive artwork, and all these different things that you have made a priority to get in your life and in your house. But somehow or another, the most important thing, which is to rebuild my house and my temple and to make my worship the most preeminent thing in your life, somehow or another, this isn't a priority for you.
Exactly. And women deal with the worst mental health. Why? Because they all came down here wanting to be independent. God, Our God, the real God. Fuck that sky zaddy shit they telling y'all in church earlier with the shit you endured earlier. That was a lie. That's a whole lie. Our God, your God, told y'all to come down here and be helpmeets. All right? Can we talk facts now? I'm not even gonna curse no more. I'm not gonna call y'all bees. We gonna talk facts. I'm here to help y'all. Your God, your father, even if you ain't got your real father, we all got a father. He told you to come down here and be a helpmeet and be humble, learn in silence. What did y'all do? What is 99% of our women, I don't give a fuck what color, creed, nationality, what are they doing down here, bro? I don't care. By hook or by crook, I don't care if you, I know you're going to have some women that give me the argument, but we have to work to survive. You put yourself in a position of that. Or your hell of a mother put yourself in that position. But honestly, God ain't asked you to do that. And this is why the mental health is just climbing and climbing and climbing. Because the mental health is the fix. That's God fixing you. I'm not lying. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not. Ask the ladies who remain ladies. Ask the women who remain women and help care about man and their brother. Ask them how they living. Look how they age. Matter of fact, look in the mirror, sis. If you one of them Lilith sis, look at yourself in the mirror and look how you age, and then look over at a sister that is doing it the patriarch way, following a man's lead. Look how she age and look how you age, sis. Am I lying to you? I ain't call you no B. I'm just trying to explain to you why your shit stink. That shit smelly, girl. Mm-hmm.
This isn't something that seems to be on the top of your list. You're too busy building your own empires and your own houses while my house continues to lay in ruins. Let's keep moving on. It says here, this is what the Lord of Heaven's armies says. Look at what's happening to you. You have planted much, but harvest little.
You saw Shorty. She was just talking about how good her life was, bro. She was talking about she living her best life. All these chicks running around here fronting, capping and crab legging, talking about they living their best life and they struggling. I told you what time in the night they be. No, it's not yet. They still got that little swag on them right now, but give it about an hour and a half from now, that's when it start to sink into them. All the ones that did all that capping and crab legging on social media and all that fronting and stunting, about 11:20, it sink into them like reality set. That phone go dry. Only niggas fucking with them is fat niggas. You know what I mean? That phone go dry. All the value niggas, they already know where they at. They already know where they going tonight. By then, you know what I mean? That's when it start to hit them. And the mental illness start to flare up. That's when the mental illness, it ain't mental illness, it's God talking to you like, why are you stupid? Why you stupid? And you try to ignore them, so you turn the music up, you turn the little Beyonce up, or you go smoke you a blunt, or you drink you your little wine and shit, try to hear voices over his voice. It ain't gonna work, sis. It ain't gonna work.
You eat, but are not satisfied. You drink, but are still thirsty. You put on clothes, but cannot keep warm. Now watch this. It says here, your wages disappear as though you were putting them in pockets filled with holes.
Wow. Where is the generational wealth at in the hood? Because there's a whole lot of checks getting cashed, getting spent. Where's the money at? Show me the money. God is real. God is good. Yeah, y'all say that shit all the time. Like, God good. God is good. Which God? Which God y'all working for? Which one? Because the real God blesses people. The real God blesses people. All this struggle shit that you go through, the real God ain't blessed that upon you. You blessed that upon yourself. So don't go blaming him for that shit. Don't go lying on him now. It's bad enough y'all niggas be lying on you. You lie to yourself. You lie to me. Don't go lying on him. He didn't bestow that upon you, yo. Your church. Yeah, your church bestowed that upon you. Remember, your church keep you in poverty. It keep you poverty-minded. The real God, no. You keep that shit over there. Great minds think alike over there. Y'all all dummies think like that over there. Don't bring that shit through these doors. Hit that like button, guys. If you learning tonight, hit that like button, guys. That's what we do over here, bro. We talk a whole lot of shit, but we produce.
Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever felt like you're working harder and harder than you've ever worked in your life to make things work in your career, to make things work in your relationships, to try to find a husband, to try to find a spouse, to try to have kids, to try to do all these different things? You're putting in all this effort, and it seems like the harder you work, the worse things are actually getting in your life and the less things are working out for you. He says you're trying to save money and you can't seem to save money. He says you're trying to find satisfaction in things, in food and in clothes and in relationships and all these different worldly things. And he says no matter how hard you try to be satisfied with these things consistently let you down, leaving you in disappointment.
Oh my God, we on fire tonight, man. We not playing with them. Where my MGTOW men at? Sigma Nation, stand up. Where my MGTOW men at, guys? You see why it's important to go MGTOW? You see why MGTOW is biblical? First of all, you see why Red Pill is biblical. You know what I mean? Red Pill is Bible-based. You know what I mean? They done flustered it up and entertained it up so that they could sell it to you and take your money. But I don't do that. But MGTOW is important, guys. Because you got to go to God. He don't want you to go the ways of the world. He don't want you to go the ways of the world. Because this is what they doing in the ways of the world. They ain't doing what he asks. So if you doing that, then you screwed just like them. You know what I mean? And it's simple to put them first, guys. Just by not fucking with the ways of the world. Just go MGTOW. You ain't got to be... I'm not religious, guys. I'm not religious. You don't got to be religious to listen and take notes and learn. Remember, learning is always, learning is forever. It's a forever thing. Forever, ever, and ever. You don't got to be religious. Think about it. All of the most brilliant people in the world, all of the smartest people in the world read all of them fucking Bible, the Quran, you know what I mean? You just want to know. Like me, I just want to know. I just want to know shit, bro. I want to know, oh, that's what that say? That's what that, like, let me see. Let me compare and contrast. And that's what it's about, bro. That's what it's about, bro. It's about educating yourself so that nobody can think for you, speak for you, manipulate you, you know what I mean? And take all your money. Y'all know.
But God is not done. Notice Haggai says here, this is what the Lord of heaven's armies says. Look at what's happening to you. So notice what he says. He says, hey, just stop for a second. Stop all of your labor and just pay attention to what's happening around you because this is not normal. Notice he says here, now go up into the hills, bring down timber and rebuild my house. Then I will take pleasure in it and be honored, says the Lord. He says, hey, stop focusing all of your energy and your attention on your careers. Stop focusing on everything else but me, building your relationships. Once again, trying to get a relationship, trying to have financial security in the future. He says, stop doing all this. Go up to the hills, take down some timber and make my house a priority. Put me first.
That's a fact, guys. And I'm going to tell you a testimony right now, guys. True story, guys. I'm not, only difference from me to y'all is I did that. I jumped out there just like y'all, guys. I jumped right out there, full speed ahead. Shit, I jumped out there fast, too. I was faster than y'all niggas. I was out there. You know what I mean? I was out there, guys. Building shit, building my own thing. I built my own shit, bro. My shit was, I thought it was dope, but you know what I mean? It had some patchwork. I had to put some rubber bands here, a little spit there, some gum there and shit, you know what I mean? Boy, I held my shit up there, fronting and stunting, just like the rest of y'all. You know what I mean? My shit hanging over and shit, leaning over and shit. It just ain't right. Cause I ain't read no goddamn instructions. You know what I mean? Like the rest of y'all, we don't read the instructions. We just run out there, stick our dick in all types of women, not reading. You know what I mean? We ain't read the instructions. We ain't read the fact that he said, yo, build first, bro. Get on your purpose. Make yourself some value before you fuck with these birds. We ain't read that part. So we all run out there, building, doing what we want, just like the story goes. We ain't building it simple. And it wasn't until I got to him and put him first and realized, yo, this shit that I built before I put him first is trash. Let me stop lying to myself. Let me stop capping the others like if what I built when they can see it. Like, I don't understand why people be lying nowadays when you can see the lie. Like you can see it. Like, yo, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm looking like, damn, I could just rebuild this shit. So I teared the shit down, went to the basic instructions before leaving Earth, because at the end of the day, that is the instructional manual. If you build something without reading instructions, you don't know what the fuck you're going to build. So I built that, and this is what I got. When I went back, when I doubled back, when I stopped fronting and stopped trying to go with the ways of the world, oh, fuck God. God ain't real. God ain't real. Oh, nah, if he real, I had all them talking points. All the talking points. You know, all the nigga talking points. All the dumb nigga talking points, bro. I had all that, man. I was swagged out. Trust me. Y'all hear it. Y'all see I was rapping and shit. I was a rapper, bro. You know what I mean? I was swagged out. You know what I mean? But it wasn't until I got to the basic instructions before leaving Earth and built some right shit. This is the shit I built, guys. This is shit I built. And you got to be mature enough to understand that first half of life, it was fun. It was fun. But I wouldn't take that life back for the life I got right now. Hell no. Now maybe a thirst bucket that from the hood and I ain't used to nothing. But bro, once you mature up, you'll understand this life that I got right now, way better than them Liliths fucking with Liliths and, you know what I mean, all that crazy shit and child support court and baby mama drama and shit. That shit's in the past because I went back to the book and I built the shit right, guys. This is a true testament, bro. I ain't lie to you guys yet, bro. You know I don't lie to y'all. I let y'all in on my life. I let y'all see how it is, how I do offline. You know what I mean? Y'all know I'm accessible. You can reach out and touch me. I try to comment and hit. Man, there's so much shit going on. And salute to Mr. Approach, cause he be working, man. He know we put in so much hours, bro. We put in hours for you guys, and you guys, y'all put in hours for me. You know what I mean? You some of you guys, y'all catch every single video. That's dope to me. And then some of you guys text me and y'all say, yo, bro, since I started watching your channel, I start getting blessings, and I'm not even religious. I don't even believe in God. Like, and bro, that's what I do it for, yo. That's what I do it for. That's why he stopped me in my tracks, doing devil music and manipulating the people that way, to do it the right way. Remember, I told y'all, when you get to the bag, if you didn't get it the right way, you're not going to keep it.
Rather than me second in your life. Isn't it interesting that we can find so much free time to do all of these other things, these priorities, these goals, these dreams that we have set for our lives, but somehow or another, when God wants time with us, when God wants us to serve at our local church, when God wants us to pray, when God wants us to share our faith, somehow or another, it's not yet the time to do that because we're building our own houses and empires and not building the house of God. If that's not convicting enough, it continues. It says here, you hoped for rich harvests, but they were poor. And when you brought your harvest home, I blew it away. Why?
That is damning, guys. That is damning evidence, bro. And then you got the folks that be like, but you know, they took this out and they took that out and they worded this. So then why is the stuff that's accessible? If that's the case, why is the stuff that's accessible? Why wouldn't they take shit like this out of the book, bro? Why do we got access to this stuff? You gotta wanna be smart, bro. You can't wanna stay stupid, man. You can't, guys. It's nobody's fault. Stop blaming the white man because he wanna get to the knowledge. And some of them don't even want to get to the knowledge. Some of them turned off by this shit. Some of them just so hypersexual that because I ain't talking about bitches, they done jumped off the stream. But you guys always want to blame the white man and put them over y'all when the knowledge is out there, guys. We are closer to God than the white man. Y'all love saying that shit. He the answer then. Put him first. Make it true. Activate it. Why just say it? We God people. Cause we God black. You know what I mean? And I got a video coming out with that too. Cause if God black, then that means Judas is black too, right? We don't want to talk about that, right? We don't want to play the color game, right? Cause if God black, then that mean the nigga that snitched on him and did him dirty was black too, right? We're not gonna say that guy was a white guy, because now you're gonna have to tell me how you assess your shit. You know what I mean? What religion and how they like, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's never here, never there. We're gonna get to there though.
Why? Because my house lies in ruins, says the Lord of heaven's armies, while all of you are busy building your own fine houses. Do you see the message that God is trying to get to you and I as we start 2020? He is basically saying, I want priority in your life. I want to be first. I want to be preeminent in your life. I want to be the most important person that you seek to have a relationship. I want you serving me to be the highest priority in your life. And because I'm God, I have the right to expect that from you. And I will not settle for anything else. And God says, you know what? I will stop at nothing to try to get your attention, even if it means I have to blow your riches away and allow certain things to happen in your life so that you will put me first. Now, this is probably the most convicting part of the passage. It continues and says this: it's because of you that the heavens withhold the dew and the earth produces no crops. I have called for a drought on your fields and hills, a drought to wither the grain and grapes and olive trees and all of your other crops, a drought to starve you and your livestock and to ruin everything you have worked so hard to get. My friend, these are the messages that the prosperity theology teachers won't teach you. They're going to tell you that God has a blessing in store for you, and all you have to do is just give and praise God and all these different things. But God is saying, you know what? If you don't put me first, there may be some blessings that I want to pour out on your life that are being held up. Listen, now I understand from a theological perspective that this is a specific message to a specific group of people for a specific time. And we cannot always take everything that happened in the Bible and just transfer it directly over to us and say, well, because this happened then it's naturally going to happen to us. But I think what we see in this passage is that it communicates to us the heart of God, the character of God, and God's desire in terms of priority and preeminence in our lives. So my friend, I'll end this video with this. Could it possibly be that in 2019, or maybe for your whole life, that you have honestly, if you really get honest with God, you've never been all in. You've never really put God first in your life. There's always been something, someone, a career, a relationship, or your family or whatever that's just slightly been more important to you than your relationship with God. I want to challenge you this year in 2020 to just go hard for God, put him first. And I want to believe that if you put God to the test and you put him first, My friend, I can't say that God's going to bless you in certain ways. That's not for me to say, but I trust.
Oh, you a punk then, bro. I said, bro. I said, and I put my brand on it. I'll put my brand on it. And if you need help, y'all know how to reach me. You can reach me. You know what I mean? If you want to be the macho man of the chat, you know what I mean? So you don't want to reach out in front of everybody, you can reach me. And it's confidential, y'all know. And I'll get you on the program. I'll get you on the program. You'll be out of poverty in 3 months. Fucking with the God, fucking with powered by God. That's what I'm gonna call it. Powered by God. You know what I mean? You'll be out of poverty in 3 months. On your way out of there. You know what I mean? Word, guys. That's the end of the stream. That's the end of the stream. Getting on out of here. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do a long one tonight. But guys, yo, I am gonna drop the link. You know what I mean? Because I just want some criticism, constructive criticism on where we could go, what y'all want to see on the channel, what I could do better. You know what I mean? You know, y'all already know. Just holler at me, you know what I mean? Just holler at me. Let me know what's up. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys for coming out, man. I really do, y'all. It means a lot to me when you guys watch these videos that I do, because it takes a lot of time and effort out of my day. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a busy dude. I ain't even gonna hold y'all, man. But I'm never too busy for my brothers, for my bros, yo. Word.
Is the way he challenges the black elite.
T.O., what's up, my guy? I don't got the kids set up right now, so damn them kids.
Good gusto, man.
What's the wiggity, bro? How is the stream? How is the channel? What direction you want to see it going? Talk to me.
That's probably one of my favorite. That's probably one of my favorite episodes. We went over.
Who is who?
We over Hosea.
Cabron.
Sorry about that.
Be nice, fellas.
Yo tampoco.
I didn't really
talk shit. Talking shit, bro, fellas.
I was just talking about the verse, man, from that really, really small book of the Bible. It literally is what we have designed for our own self, our own destruction, and that is that materialism causes envy. Envy causes hate. And you know what? If you poison people with food and it causes mental illness, then envy is going to escalate to what happened to this fucking person. And I don't know the backstory behind who is doing who, but I could tell you this, that woman was up to her eyeballs, and she made a last-minute decision, because most police are intuitive enough to know how to break the fucking law, okay? Let's be real. I'm a fire investigator, so I see how these people do shit. So when I see things over and over again, I know that a police officer who probably made a bad decision at the last second or out of rage, killed that guy and had to kill herself, or it was a setup to look that way. Because if
why you think they don't never really tell a story, right? Like they don't never just come out and tell it when the girl is, you know what I mean? Like we really had to read that article to get that information. If I didn't read that article, just going off of the news story, they left it vague.
It's very vague, and they deliberately did that because you noticed that she was a mother of 3. Where was the father of those 3 children? I don't believe that she would have committed suicide. I think this whole thing was completely planned, completely made up.
Yeah, I said that earlier in the chat. It seemed so premeditated and so planned out. Like,
no, yeah. I think completely unplanned, and I think it was botched. I think that's why she
not planned out. Like, all right, yes.
Made it look that way. Okay.
No, they had the
both
intention.
Arguments. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm entertained by both arguments right now.
All right, good, bro. What I'm saying is the intention was always there, but the execution was botched. Is Professor just pointing out, because they stupid. They're not executioners. They only they don't know shit. They only do shit. like dirty folks.
Where I thought you was getting at, T.O., with your take on it was that like maybe the baby father did both of them and made it look like
a suicide. That's what I say.
That was your take, bro. That was what you were saying.
It makes sense because police officers are trained to have eyes for crime and to know how to do certain things. And they see it over and over again. I don't want to tell anybody in a live stream the things that I've seen and how they've done it, because I know some dummies will go out and do it. Okay? So we're not going to put a cap on that shit. It makes me dangerous because I understand how criminal thinking is when it comes to arson. Now, when it comes to things like murder and things like that, there is a lot of calculation because you have to dispose of a body of a person who's bigger than you. And she's small. She's a small lady. You got to say, he looked like a pretty stout dude. So he probably weighed about 210. You know what I mean? He probably was only about 5'8". Probably left-handed and probably he probably was a side guy. I think he might have been
okay.
Wait, are you
saying, yo, fuck it, we just gonna throw it on the police? Do you think she was messing with somebody on the police force?
Absolutely, absolutely. They can somehow. Well, women will never admit to ever cheating. I'll tell you that right now. Never. They will fucking die before they ever admit to cheating.
Yeah, that's deep in the cat litter. That's deep in the cat box. That's deep in the cat box.
But you add the
it's a conspiracy.
It's mental illness because a lot of police officers are dealing with trauma and they are very violent at home. It's not fucking. They're tough for a reason.
Yeah, because they're working with the devil. They work for the devil. Police officers work for the devil.
Hold up, Goodbread. I'm glad you brought that up, man. Let me spill on that real quick, man.
Yeah, bro.
Especially on in this platform, your platform here. It has a lot to do with that, and I'm coming more and more to grips and terms with that. That like when you search for answers, right? If you go the way of the world, if the knowledge of man, and trust me, I'm an educated nigga. Like I know I have a lot of book smarts and I have a lot of street smarts. I mean, I'm elite when it comes to both fields, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. Man, we're limited. The only truth is the knowledge of God.
Yep.
And the divine nature. You got to channel something. That the source of your consciousness is what you have to reach, man, and what you have to draw from. You don't draw from your own thoughts and your own feelings, especially your feelings.
Yeah.
You draw from the source of your consciousness, where it all emanates from, where knowledge, where thought, where
facts.
Clarity.
Yo, you know we was just talking about it, right? God not a color, he a mind. Whatever color your mind is, what color is the brain? That's the color of God. God is a mind. You know what I mean? He a spirit.
The brain changes colors.
All right.
You got different parts of the brain that are different colors.
All right.
Like so the amygdala is purple.
All right.
The pineal gland is like oval, like what I forget, beige-ish kind of color. Like the pineal gland is actually beige. Like your brain matter.
Speaking about them police officers, guys, I got a real quick video that was sent to me. Let me play this. It's not. I said real quick. Shit, about 5 minutes, but it's deep.
That's quick.
The father of modern policing are slave patrols. But did you know that the police force has a brother with a uniform and everything? We'll call him Kyle. We'll talk about him in a minute. But first, the history of policing in the United States got its start in the North as the Night's Watch. It was created to keep white thieves safe from Native Americans who simply wanted their lands back. In the South, the Night's Watch evolved into slave patrols that were used to keep white thieves safe from the Africans they stole, enslaved, and forced to work stolen lands. According to historian Gary Potter, slave patrols served three main functions. 1, to chase down, apprehend, and return Black people to enslavement. 2, to provide a form of organized terror to deter slave revolts. That's right, slave patrols and modern policing are forms of state-sponsored terror. That's why Ray Kelly and Michael Bloomberg fought so hard for stop and frisk. They wanted people to think twice before leaving their homes. And 3, to maintain a form of discipline for slave workers who were subject to summary justice outside the law if they violated any plantation rules. This is when Kyle was born. You see, back then, organized policing was violent, and much like they do today, they utilized physical and psychological violence to keep the enslaved in line. Because the primary function of the police is not to protect and serve. They even went to court to prove that. The primary function of the police is to control labor. Yeah, everything they've done since their creation has been to control labor.
Exactly. That's why they forever fucking with pimps. They forever fucking with people that critically think. You can't tell the truth. Telling the truth is a crime. You can't make no money without them being involved in it, regulating it.
It's a truancy officer. It's a truancy officer. And truancy officers are the ones that keep the kids in the prison system school.
Yes.
You have to be in school by law, and if you don't, you're going to get in trouble, and your parents will be in trouble. And then they upset the apple cart with homeschooling. So that's where that comes.
That's a fact. That's a
homeschooling fact. Is homeschool. I agree with you. Homeschooling is the best method. I believe that until we can restructure the universities of higher knowledge, that homeschooling is the best way, because they've made it illegal for you to basically tell your kids that boys are boys and girls are girls. Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina. And because if they go to school and they disagree with that, if the teacher's a fucking, one of those people, they might, you motherfuckers will be knocking at your door and shit because they took offense to something your child said. Is that deep over here in America, man? I'm going to go the opposite in these blue states.
Montessori schools, for example, are good for parents that aren't necessarily going to church, but are married and want to stay around other parents that are believers, who believe in God, or anything like that. It's called Montessori school. My preference is military school. And that's not live-in military school, but rather kind of like Japanese children have to do. You have to exercise every single morning.
I know what you're saying, but see, professor, kids have to be coaxed into that. You see, the culture, these kids are developed or brought up in a lazy culture. They're lazy, they're weak mentally.
I'm talking about
shit. But you're not going to be able, what you're talking about, I grew up in martial arts too, right? Like, it was different. I see it now because I myself be trying to, just the other day, there was some kids coming, that high school got out, right? There's a high school not too far from my house. And I was coming from the store. I did a little shop, and I was actually walking. I see this kid. He was play fighting with his friend. And I saw something he was doing very wrong. And I went and corrected it, right? And then he was able to beat the friend in the spar. And then some of the other kids, even especially the girls, they were coming and was like, teach me how to do that. And I showed them the trick and I explained it to them. But like I said, man, it's like they gravitated to that because they saw a result. They saw that, like, look, let me show you something, kid. And then when he did it, the kid who was taking advantage of him, he had an advantage over him now because he knew a little trick I taught him. And then when the other kids saw that, they was like, oh shit, teach me how to do that shit, OG.
Let's jump back in.
We got the BZ in the class, man. What's going on, the Bees? What up, man?
What's up, fellas?
Where's my button?
What's up, man? What you got to add to this story, man? This shit was a hell of a one right here, man.
Man, my spidey sense, man, tells me that I think old boy was messing with somebody else. Yes. And you know what I'm saying? As far as the woman, I mean, she's already been in some failed marriages or some failed relationships, being a mother of 3. I don't know how many baby daddies she got, but like being in the position of being an officer, sometimes you put certain people in certain positions and they become control freaks.
Yes.
You know how women become single mothers and become control freaks of the children and the situation of parenting, right?
Right.
So I think that man was dealing with somebody else and she found out and she couldn't take it.
So it says it's like some dominatrix type shit, bro?
No.
Nah, it looked like some revenge
some
shit,
jealous,
like
some jealousy shit.
No, well, all right. So when I say that, what I mean by that is that like she's trying to take back she's trying to dominate the motherfucker. She feel like she been violated, so she's gonna violate.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can
exactly.
see her as
already,
like, you know, that scorn woman shit. That scorn woman
yeah,
shit. Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, exactly, Greg. Exactly. That's
not even angry,
that's a simpler
just
way of putting it.
upset and hurt.
I mean, I didn't put it in a difficult way. I said. I said it.
Bell, you always come with the
day,
facts, bro. You know that. You know
I'm
you
just
always
saying,
come with the facts.
So don't complicate the simple shit.
The common sense. He said, "Don't complicate the common sense."
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, dude,
I'm gonna fall back, OG.
I mean, please, man, goddamn.
Yo,
bro, you got it. You got it, big bro. You got it.
What about the theories that they was throwing around? You think it could be an outside job? Did you think about it being an outside job, or she just because of the placement of the guns, right?
The placement of the bullets. I mean, you ain't gonna get a headshot and then get a chin shot. Somebody would have to get shot from behind.
You gotta have 2 guns. Damn. Nah, but what you just
somebody
said
would have to get shot from behind.
You gotta have 2 guns or some shit.
To do what? Now you don't think like the outsider,
what you talking about to get the range at the timing. The belt, Professor know what I'm talking about. He a munitions expert.
The range of the timing of what? What is your logic? What are you saying?
To get 2 shots off in the face at the same time.
But what if
no, one was under the chin and one was on the head?
Yeah, 2 shots in the face at the same time.
2 shots in the face at the same time. So you gonna have a gun to his head and you're gonna put the gun up under her chin?
I don't know the ballistics.
Well, why would you say that? Where's your logic in that?
Now, what you were saying
what's making you say that?
I was going off of what you was said earlier.
No, if you was going off what I said, you would say if it was a third party, someone would get shot from behind because as soon as he got
that's
goddamn nigga, if you be quiet, you wouldn't have to ask a whole lot of questions on the same subject. What I'm saying if somebody was to come in and shoot somebody at your house, what you gonna do? Stand there and look, or you gonna run?
You know me better.
You gonna ask a whole bunch of stupid ass questions, or you gonna run? You gonna run. So the next shot will be in your back, or the back of your head, or in the back,
not me.
Somewhere. Man,
come on.
This nigga came on drunk.
I wanna clear this up.
I'm trying to get drunk, man.
I wanna try to make it just a little bit more visual for you guys. It could only be one of 2 things: that it was a murder-suicide. Poor guy. I feel bad for everybody's family when shit happens like this. And this man in the video right now is the first person I thought about.
Confusing.
He's sad, and I don't like this kind of shit. I don't want to see this happen to anybody. Okay. The only 2 things that my mind goes to is that A, he was a mess. He was in trouble with a lot of people. In the heat of passion, crime of passion, whatever you want to call it, at the last minute, she decided to delete this guy and then to delete herself. But it doesn't make any sense if she is mother-free. That seems to me very, very suspicious, unless she had a history of mental illness, massive depression, or she was bipolar. Now, let's say that theory and set that aside because that's the one that's the official report. And then there's the report that the blue line that no one's talking about. And that was she was fucking around with other people that had guns, had access to guns. And I'm going to say it was more than one person because one person hold him at gunpoint and the other person to set it up to make it look like suicide.
Yeah,
but that's
that's a
where I'm at with it,
conspiracy.
right? That's why I was like, until the bell corrected it, like nobody gonna stand there, somebody gonna run. Like how would they be able to shoot one person in the head and then stage the chin shot? Because it's only
All right,
two
but
shots.
a good bread. Like if they could get that off because they are behind the scenes of the play, you know, instead of in front of the camera, then they could do it. They could stage the whole scene. That's the answer to your question.
That's normally what they do. I'm not gonna say that I know that for a fact because I don't know shit. Don't listen to my dumb ass.
I don't know shit either, bro.
I don't know anything, and all this is fictitious. Everything we're saying is part of a script anyway. So none of this stuff is real. We're talking about.
Look, man.
That's our disclaimer. Everything we're saying at this point on is a lie. So you can't take any of this shit we say seriously.
Right. Allegedly.
And like Professor said earlier, man, like why didn't they mention the fathers of the children?
Facts.
Like we don't know
that will bring up a case because that will bring up a state.
God damn, man. Hold on, brother. Shit. We don't know if the children were in his custody and she was just out willy-nilly, just living a single life.
She living her best life. Remember, that was the key. That was the key thing
because
they kept saying.
On her vacation, it didn't mention her and her children going on vacation.
Well, that will bring up a civil case against her.
Really?
Yeah, because if the guy is whoever
against a dead woman.
I'm talking about when she was doing it.
Okay.
I don't think that make okay. The official report is stupid as fuck. Stupid.
Yeah. Remember, she retired in 2021.
Yeah. Come on, man. She has been banging the police force.
The whole what were 13 niggas? 12 or 13.
Who cares how many it is? One of the motherfuckers is willing to do this shit too. Because it takes teamwork to pull that kind of bullshit off and to make it look like something else. Because if it had been her doing it, she would need a big motherfucker to carry him and put him in a hole somewhere and all that stuff.
Yo,
really make it go away.
It was Demetrius, bro. It was Demetrius. Yep.
And Professor, to my knowledge, this was all white boys, man. This some white boy shit, man.
I don't know what that means.
I don't see no niggas involved. Nah. The whole the precinct or whatever, they were all white cops.
Okay. This is what we're doing.
Yeah, they were all white cops. Doesn't matter what color they were.
That you know, for some reason I find that suspicious.
They're all psychopaths.
Don't you find that suspicious?
25% of the population are psychopaths. Of all the services, of all branches, of any kind of first responders has psychopaths in it, willing to do shit.
I don't like what's going on with white cops in America, man. We need more white cops just out here spread around, like not racist assholes, but guys with balls. You know, white boys with balls, man. Real men, man. You know, like, and then they're willing to go into the field and take on the nuances and the demographics.
I got a better theory for you. Since we can't really do much in the current generation, why don't we just work on the little kids that we have access to and make them better men? Okay, so
I was
we don't
talking
need
to Goodbread about this shit earlier.
We could just raise kids better. We could raise kids better, make them fucking strong kids, get them away from their moms, and raise our boys by ourselves. Fuck it.
I was talking about the same shit with Goodbread earlier.
Hey, Tola, you don't think the white officers got balls?
They can't drag them no more.
They can't drag who?
Well, we're not allowed to do a lot.
Drag their balls no more in America. White boys are scared of the politics of
everything. I am so cancelable. You guys have no idea. Even talking to you guys, you know, if I was in the United States, I would be fired.
It's a big thing. It's a big. Hey, the bell. I'm talking to you. It's a big thing right now, man. I don't know what it's looking like in Oregon, but over here on the East Coast, man, these cops can't do shit, bro. They got their hands tied behind their back. They could pull up on the scene and they could see what's going on, but they can't do nothing about it. You know why? Because a motherfucker out of gay or
because these
a
single
woman
mothers, they be marching in the street
or
really
all
loud
kinds of
and twerking at
nonsense,
the
man.
same time.
They're protected by the monikers and the pronouns that yo, I'm trying to say this shit real right, man. They're protected by shit that's egregious and unconscionable, in my opinion. That's my take on it.
So what do you think they should do?
Die.
Because
die
you
off.
You think they should die?
So within 30 years,
then
we
what?
can have a better civilization. I understand math.
Well, what about before 2019?
Before 2019, the world was a different place.
Did they have balls then?
No, the world was a different place.
I said, did they have balls then?
Who
were they dragging their balls in? We're talking about officers. I thought you were talking about officers, if you can remember.
No, they still don't, and they didn't. They don't work off of balls. They work off of authority. They have qualified immunity.
So if they never worked off of balls and they
you know
only
what
worked off
qualified
authority.
immunity is?
So
qualified immunity. I don't have qualified immunity, but you know what I've done?
You're not an officer.
I've stood up against them in my times.
What'd you do? You just stood up.
Resist.
Stood up against, what is that? Oh,
resist.
Where did that get you?
Ass whoopings, prison time. Well, not prison, jail time. Yeah, that kind of shit.
So you considered yourself having balls or no brains?
Both.
You can have it. And you see, like the outsider looking in will say that's police brutality. That's the white man. That's the white man. You just admitted. You just admitted to provoking ass whippings, bro. You just admitted to be.
Pretty much. Yeah, I could have went about it. I could have went about it a different way, but I didn't understand the dynamics.
And most niggas are like that. He ain't alone in that.
Bro, I was young and dumb.
That's why, it's a lot of young dumb motherfuckers out here, and that's why we shouldn't feel sorry for those type of people.
But a lot of them niggas ain't getting money.
Those are the type of people that need. Those are the people that need to die off. People that's protecting. People that's protecting America. The officers, fire departments. Those people with balls. Because those people run to the fire. Other motherfuckers run from it.
If you have a reason to run to it, you're going to try to save who you want. There's a reason why I'm here. Because I'm finna get out my way. If you just want to argue, look, you know what? My guns work. And I can fight.
What are you talking about?
Okay. If the only reason I'm still here is because I'm trying to save somebody I love. And if I'm not finna argue.
Who are you trying to save?
Who are you talking about?
Whoever the personality is, whoever the person is, and I'm not a hero. I'm not a savior. I'm not a messiah.
Professor.
I'm just me. I'm total.
All right,
Bread.
That's the name. Remember, is
I'm out, man.
The same.
Let me jump in real quick, yo.
If you ask me again,
pretty much, T.O., just relax. Everybody relax. You, T.O., relax. Don't. If you don't got.
Hey, the Bell is my big bro, man. Like, I want to know what the Bell. I need to know what the Bell is getting at. I need to know what the Bell getting at, man.
You know what it is, T.O.? You be saying anything. Sometimes you just got to just fall back, and sometimes you get here and you just say.
Bro, this thing got me sweating, bro. my eyebrows sweating right now, man. Bell, what you talking about, bro?
Man, what you talking about, man? Well, that's what we want to know. What you talking about, fam? You just going from
you was the one asking me questions. I didn't ask you
going from subject to subject, man. I mean, I can't. It's hard to follow you, man.
You ain't following me. You big bro. To keep it in context. You know what? This is Goodbread show. He's the god of this realm. Gus. Abraham, do your thing.
All right, yeah. So I'm gonna play this video back, and then we gonna get back on track. We're gonna get back on course. All right, T.O., if you ain't got nothing to say, just don't say nothing, bro. You know what I mean? We know we like your personality, we like your character. Everybody know your character. You just there. You know what I mean? The bell, cut T.O. some slack. Cut T.O. some slack.
I love you guys
I
too.
mean,
I love you guys too. That's why I get kind of weird. If I have to come in and do some jujitsu.
And
I'm the only
bro,
one.
you good tonight. You just fixed your goddamn mic, bro. You're sounding like you got T.O. old phone
you
on.
muffling a little bit,
You're right.
Professor. You are muffling. I did want to tell you that earlier. You muffling a lot.
T.O., you could have left that alone, T.O. I addressed it.
I'm trying to help you out.
Don't worry, we practicing. No, we practicing, T.O. We practicing. I told him already. I told him.
You asked for help earlier in the other show. Or some shit, or yeah. Remember?
Yeah, you know me. I ask for help and shit, man. I'll be like, yo, help me.
All right, let's go.
NYPD officer and her boyfriend are dead in an apparent murder-suicide.
Tonight, distraught and confused family members, as well as that officer's longtime NYPD partner, speaking to Eyewitness News reporter Josh Heiniger.
On this bone-chilling night, they sobbed on the frozen street, clung together in disbelief after the tragedy that's enveloped two families.
I can't even tell my mom what's going on because she's 90 years old. She's 90 years old. Okay? Even my sisters, I don't even could tell them to let them know. I can't. I'm going to do that, my brothers.
Just before 2 p.m., police arrived at the East Flatbush home of one of their own, recently retired NYPD officer Petlyn Job. They found her and her boyfriend Alex Delone in what family and friends of both describe as an apparent murder-suicide. Police haven't said who they believe shot whom.
I know for sure my brother will never use a gun or whatever. He never been like, he's not the type of person.
If I had to explain the situation, the person that I knew Petlyn to be, I would see her as the victim.
Tonight, Diana Torres, Job's former partner at the 8-4 precinct in downtown Brooklyn, tried to understand what could have happened. Torres says Job and Delone did have relationship issues, but never involving violence. And on the job, she says her partner was an exemplary cop, a role model who lived a life of service.
She was an extraordinary police officer. She was strong. She wasn't afraid to do her job. She helped everyone. If she knew there was a homeless or a hungry person in the street, she would stop the police RP, like, oh, do you want something to eat? Do you need something? Are you cold? Like, we were always looking out for people in the street. She was so, it just breaks my heart because I worked for her so many years.
We may never understand the senselessness of this tragedy, but a tragedy it is for both families, for the entire 8-4 precinct. And when it comes to former Officer Job, she had 3 kids, 2 in their 20s, 1 just 10 years old.
Okay, that's where I get suspicious right there. Okay, that is a key point. 2 grown kids that probably have kids of their own, and then 1 that's 10 years old. No woman in their right mind, is going to do what she did. And I believe that there's too many red flags to say that this is what the news says, allegedly. So, like I said, everything we've said to this point is a lie, and everything we're saying at this point is fantasy. It's all part of the script. We are not really talking about anything real. So,
that's a fact. What I noticed too with that news article is different from the article that I read and the other article. They said 10. The other article said the youngest was 12, right? And also, they talked about they was never involved in violence. So that lets you know, like, normally when a woman takes power, and power as in being a police officer, they're gonna end up with a simp. Let's keep it real. They're gonna end up with somebody that they can control. So
it's a dominatrix thing.
Yeah, they're gonna end up with somebody they can control.
You see, their mentality is based on they're trying to emulate the worst character of a man. It's predominantly the black man, because the black we have this dominant quality in us. You see, and I'm not talking about just melanated.
Testosterone?
No, Professor, you a white boy, but you got testosterone. You have more testosterone than a lot of niggas I know.
Yeah, I got more testosterone.
You teach people how to fight. You see what I'm saying?
I know, but
a lot of niggas I know are weak, but you know they got guns.
They got emotion. They can't even fight. I've seen all the fucking fights in the airport and in Walmart. No one knows how to fucking fight. Nobody knows how to fight. They might have the gutter bravado, but nobody really knows how to fight. They get emotional and they whack people and they pull hair and knock people down.
Well, when it comes down to situations, that's
they're not
what
even
it really
shooting at
boils down
guns.
to.
Okay, fuck that. No. I'm a fucking marksman, and no one knows how to shoot guns, and no one knows how to fucking fight either. I've seen all those "what up, bitch" fucking videos, and those fucking motherfuckers can't fucking shoot. They can't shoot and they can't fight. Nobody knows how to fight. No one knows how to shoot.
So that's why you gotta. That's why you do what you do.
Settle down.
Ain't that
Settle
why you do what you
down.
do?
Come on. Calm down. Calm down.
Is that
Relax.
I'm not
Getting a little
buying
out of
it.
order here.
Guns don't make
Getting a
anybody
little
fucking
out of
good.
order here, guys. How the fuck did we get to testosterone, guys? Keep it based on extreme, guys.
Look. All right, good bread.
I apologize.
Black love. This is my.
That was T.O. He dragged you into that bullshit. You ain't gotta apologize, bro. He dragged you into that bullshit,
I'm
T.O.
deep in it now, man.
Talk
Hey.
on the topic, T.O.
See,
black love. That's what's.
Hey, man.
That's the only thing. Black love.
T.O., you gonna be the first motherfucker to get a DUI on YouTube.
And we're gonna have to bond you out and shit. Don't like it, bond out.
Yo, I fucking love the righteous fear. I love us, yo. We trying, yo, and it's respectful, and we all. You know what I mean, T.O., man, stop acting crazy, man. T.O. is T.O.
You swerving all over the place, man. You swerving and shit. You running into parked cars.
Demolition derby for me, man.
Trying to smoke a cigarette and the window's not open.
You got your neighbor's cat hostage and shit. You've been holding that motherfucker for 2 months.
Probably snowing. He's peeing in his front yard.
Yo, guys, man, we gonna go and wrap this up, man. Give me y'all final thoughts, man. We gonna start with you, T.O. Then we gonna go to Bro and the bell. Close this on out, man. I'm getting the fuck out of here, man.
All right. We gotta this my thing. Until we fall in love again, heal our the healing. It's time for the healing process to begin. That's what I gotta say to the righteous fear, to the whoever listening out there on this platform. We gotta heal this shit, man. The problem has to be solved. Grow up. Childish ass. Yo, one.
Go ahead, bro. It's on you, bro.
I gotta tell you something. You know, I don't lie to you guys. I don't want to lie to you either, Goodbread. But you made me a little sick tonight. I'm gonna tell you
lips
why.
are abomination, bro. You know we don't do the lying, man.
I want to tell you why you made me upset tonight. Because it called me the fuck out. Because you said that you used to be a rapper. I heard you rap like 2 months ago. Okay, yeah. That shit was fire as fuck. You have a voice. And you have a real good technique. And I am guilty also. I'm actually a singer. I'm a rock singer, and I play guitar. And I've been writing songs for 20-something years. And I sing in the streets here in Mexico with bands, rock bands that are like note for note studio bands. So we're not like some joke band bullshit. So I know how to sing and I know how to play guitar, and I don't know equipment well enough to, produce anything or edit anything. I run a fire station. I don't have time to do none of that stuff. But there are people in our friend zone of men who know how to do that stuff that are I think would be smart of us to literally have homework and say, this is your job, this is your job, this is your job. Here's the plan, here's an idea, and we're going to come at this differently. And I think we could make money from merchandise because we can make tons of money on shirts and we can share that shit. Because, like I said, I'm in this to help men get out of the bullshit that they've allowed women to rope them into, just like that conversation I got roped into. You saw how quickly that was. Imagine a big titty bitch with a big, you know what I mean? I lived in Germany 20 something years, and the women were taller back then, so I didn't care where my face was. Right. You know what I mean? I'll tell you guys this too. The righteous sphere is important because we do need to take God's word for what it is. And now I know there's a lot missing from that book, and I know there's a lot of men that are really hurting and they don't know what the fuck to do. And I think that it is in our best interest as men, leaders, prophets, whatever you want to call it, is to really get into the production value of getting people to come to the live stream. And so if we spend more time on making these short with, you know, me talking with you, you're my brother, and it just so happens that you happen to be black, because I keep forgetting that. You know what I'm saying? So, and you talk to me, you know what I mean? Just like you would talk to the guy that you do the live stream in the morning with. One of your friends.
Bro. You my bro,
because
bro. You my bro.
I do save a lot of people's lives with blood transfusions on the road. And if there's an accident and there's somebody there with O positive blood, we will give someone else's blood to them right there. And it doesn't matter where they're from or what they look like, they will take it. So
blood of a covet is thicker than blood from blood of a covet is thicker than water from the womb. Let's get it.
We're very fortunate to be in the position in the world where we are right now. And I think this major turnaround that we're having is going to be beneficial to all of us. So I think that we are the ones taking the risk of not being able to monetize this whatsoever, without the exception of t-shirts and that you're a good rapper. Don't ever say you used to be a rapper. I'm going to stop bullshitting myself and I'm going to get in the studio. I'm going to start making some fucking rock music. And if we can integrate it, it would be great. Because it shows that there's two sides of this world. We're both being hurt. We've both been hurt. We're all men. And we should really concentrate on being brothers more than look at the fucking white dude in the chat. Fuck that guy. He looks like a cop. You know what I mean? I don't do that to anybody in my chat. And y'all know that. I respect everybody. And I do have the ability to love you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not capable of a whole lot of emotion, but I can love you really like if I had brothers. You know what I mean? And I would talk to you the same as if you were my brother. So I'm not in this for any other reason other than to spread that message that we have recovered from a hopeless situation, guys. And I think that we need to take God's word for everything that it is offering us and saying, there's something fucked up in the world, and it's obviously the devil. So let's not live the devil ways anymore and stop living for this world and stop lying and start living in that power that we've been given. So I hope that helps.
Fucking facts, bro. And bro, yo, link me like I said on Facebook Messenger. I got your Facebook too. I know your Facebook Messenger. I got your joint. So just link me on there. And I'm going back into the lab to do this Palmer remix, the Baby Mama remix joint. So, you know what I mean? I'm a link with me, you know what I mean? I'm gonna go in.
A hold of somebody. I have abilities to get a hold of certain people. I'm not a blue check or anything like that, but I know people that are. And if we can get something that is seriously like gloomy music, that trap shit that you fucking make, that's the scary sounding shit, and Palmer's talking in black and white fucking video, that's fucking fire, bro. And I think we could put a couple of those together with all these aspects. We got Latinos, we got Asian guys like the Will of Art, and you know what I mean, the Art of Will.
Yep.
We have every aspect. We have a guy from Haiti. ABS is from Haiti. So every one of us has, and he's young too. So it's not just this old, dude that have been through the shit. And we can prevent a lot of bullshit, and we can raise these young guys to not be in a position to where they would even consider jail an option. You know what I mean? And doing stuff that would get them. We've all done dumb shit. We've all done some fuck shit. So let's make it not more police, but better men.
Fact, bro. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it, bro. You already know, man. I'm with it, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. The BZ, man.
What's up with you, mate?
I'm chilling, man. I'm on cruise control right now. I ain't even tired. Tell you the truth, yo, man. We was you kept a nigga up late last night, son. I looked, it was.
Oh, you gonna blame that on? You gonna blame it on me?
Hell yeah, boy. It was like 9 o'clock for you.
Shit, I stopped what I was doing, man. I had because I wasn't far from the house. I just had to come to the house right quick where I know my Wi-Fi was strong, and I had some silence. So you know what I'm saying. We can get that done. But yeah, man, we just got done talking last night about who we couldn't go to war with, man, and here Tola come back drunk again, man. So man, when we go to war, man, you just stay your ass home, Tola, and reheat the soup.
Leave Tolo. He not here to defend himself. Leave him.
He in the chat. He in the chat. He didn't nod off yet. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, Professor, man, for having patience, man, because you know that motherfucking conversation was running all up on the curb, hitting garbage cans and all kind of shit, man. You know, but
yo, this nigga DeVal, man. Yo, DeVal, man, when you making your channel, man? When we gonna do this channel joint, man? Man, listen, man, DeVal, man. You are the most anticipated YouTuber to not have a channel ever, yo. You probably be the first nigga to get an instant 1,000 subs your first 2 days, bro. You probably be the only nigga that I know that get 1,000 subs the first 2 days, just cause everybody, at least 1,000 motherfuckers then ask, yo, you got a channel?
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it was my goal to do it this month to start the year off, man. But you know, I ain't in no rush, man. I just want to when I do it, I want to do it right.
Right. Word. YouTube is rough in these streets, man. But it's definitely doable, especially if you do it right. If you plan it, and then keep to it, man, it's a piece of cake, man. You know, you got secret weapons. You got secret weapons. So.
Absolutely.
And not for nothing, man. Bro. You got the content, bro, because everything you send be hitting, man. But everything you send be hitting. Getting back to this fucking live, man. Man, listen, why they ain't tell the story the right way, man? Why the mainstream news, they quick to tell us some old dumb shit about the man, but they never gonna tell us nothing about the female. They never gonna tell us it straight out.
Well, for one, they gotta protect the honor of the officer. Then you gotta protect the honor of a female and the fact that she was a single mother. No. So that's the trifecta right there. That, you know what I'm saying, you gotta have, you know, some protection for the honor, because you already know that 80 to 90% of the children around here are raised by single mothers. So you see how that's protected, and that's not talked about.
Facts.
So the media is gonna follow suit. You know what I'm saying, with the news article.
That's a fact,
you know? And for her to, I mean, you know what I'm saying. Even us speculating, like, damn, how would she off herself? And she's a mother of 3. Well, when you're crazy as a motherfucker, you do crazy shit. I mean, you know, we've seen other situations to where you would.
Oh shit, we lost him a little bit. Yeah, we lost the bell. But she's right.
Here, I'll swipe back. Right. You know what I'm saying? And then we speculate, like, damn, how could this woman kill all 3 of her kids and put them in the oven?
Right.
How could people do a lot of things that they do, but they do it though. So the thing is with us and the way things are now, and reality is that, man, you can't underestimate anybody.
Truth.
They got the capability to do anything.
And that's a whole fact, though. That's crazy to me, like how they just. And again, I really honestly believe, because she wasn't a real good looker. She wasn't no looker. If you look at her, she wasn't the hottest looking thing. And
right. I just think that
I can believe she ran down on that phone and I mean saw some messages or something and just went into police mode.
Yeah. Anything, man. She probably had tabs on that dude, you know what I'm saying, was in control of that dude, and she probably put more energy into that dude than she did her kids.
And that's a fact. That's a fact. And then when you living with this, I'm living my best life, when you got that mindset, you ain't trying to be a mother. You got 2 20-year-olds, so you think you're done. You think you finished. You know what I mean? You ain't crossed the finish line yet. Them kids ain't ready yet. But you think you finished this best life.
They were living separately, right?
What, her and the kids?
No, her and the dude.
Yeah, her and the dude was living separately. They was at her house that it happened.
Okay. Yeah. She probably, you know what I'm saying, dude probably was at her house and she confronted him and that was it, man. The shit was probably like premeditated, man.
That's a fact, though. It was getting interesting though when with those theories, with those alleged theories though. But pretty much we couldn't tie in how they can get a direct shot under the chin. I mean,
right.
Unless that was the first shot. Unless that was the first, because then you can get shot anywhere in the head.
Yeah, but I mean, like when you start doing ballistics and shit like that, I'm pretty sure, you know, for them to come up with that final story, she probably had gun residue on her gun residue on her hands and shit, you know.
Facts, because the article we read that was printed later than the news story. The article we read was at 7:15 p.m. and the news article that we saw was this afternoon, like 3 o'clock ish.
For the update?
Yeah, no, the update was 7, but the video that we saw that was vague was at 3 this afternoon.
Yeah.
So they determined real quick what it was.
Right. Because aren't the media legally liable to really put out facts to the public?
They supposed to put out facts to the public, bro.
Yeah, because I think it's some kind of law right now. I don't know what like if do you guys get arrest mug shots online? Like here we got something called PDX mug shots, right? And even our sheriff's office, you know, you could go online and look at who's in jail right now, and you could see their mug shot and their charges. Well, now they changed the law to where you can't see mug shots of criminals.
Yeah. No, you said you can't? You
cannot. They took the pictures off. They took the mug shots off.
I think they did that then over here too. If y'all can't see it, then they been took that shit off from us. Foul shit.
It's some kind of law, and it says the statute number on the website, and it's due to some people get falsely arrested and some people shit get dismissed, but that picture stays up. So it could affect their employment or any kind of future endeavors or whatever the case may be. But what it does to me is it protects the criminals. And like say somebody gets arrested for a DUI, right? His picture's up, but this motherfucker might have been committing other crimes. So the public could look at this mugshot and they could be a witness. You know, they could identify him in other crimes. So that's something that I mean, that shit is stupid to me.
Yeah.
I think if a person gets arrested, the mugshot goes up. If the shit is dismissed, take that shit off.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Take that shit off individually. But you might have a serial killer that gets arrested for any kind of miscellaneous shit, and this motherfucker's up, his picture's up, and you know, people see him, and then they be like, "Oh shit, this is the motherfucker that did this or did that."
Right.
You know, so I don't know, man. They're making police officer the job of the police hard to motherfucker.
They are, because they don't want it. They want that's their way of defunding them. They know what it is. They putting a squeeze on them. They want everybody to quit so they can have the whole force. They want the force to look like us.
Yeah.
That's what they say. They want the force to look like us. We need people to look like us.
All the defund the police people.
Yeah. We want the single mothers, the single mothers.
Yeah.
They're the only stupid ones out there screaming in the street. The good sisters that follow a man's lead, or the good sisters that don't want nothing to do with that dumb shit, they mind their fucking business, bro. They need police. Fuck wrong with these people.
Hey man, I mean shit. In all high crime areas, they need the police the most. So I don't know.
That's a fact. Salute to Sister Queen Posh Williams, yo. Thank you, sis. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all, we gonna wrap this one on up, man. This was an unfortunate one. Again, yo, the mental illness, guys, it could all be simple. It could all be fixed, guys. Put God first, man. Work on yourself. Put yourself first, guys. Stop placing all this value in words that people tell you and in people. All right? There is no you in other people. All right? Stop looking for you in other people, bro. Make yourself happy by telling the fucking truth and stop lying all day. Guys, we out here. Like, that's how you gonna make yourself happy, guys. Stop lying all day.
Yes, indeed, Bread, like always, man.
Man, love you like cook food, about you already know, man.
Absolutely, mate.
About on this platform that a lot of times the worst ideas get out to the black community because the Negroes on TV care nothing about actually going in and building for the community. And the reason they don't is because if they do that, they'll be punished. They'll be taken off the platform and replaced by somebody who plays ball. They'll be punished. They'll be taken off the platform and replaced by somebody who plays ball.